Oh, good evening from a rather bright camera angle here at Auto Club for tonight's qualifying session. And we're back again at Auto Club Speedway for the 15th round of the Craftsman Cup Series. We're doing qualifying, another 10 minutes of that. Let's see if we can just quickly get out of that camera angle because it is very, very bright. And out on the track first is James Qualls, back again in his regular DuPont Chevrolet for Hendrick. And James is really dominating. We were talking last week about James Qualls having the most top fives of last season when he was driving for Robert Yates. He is still holding that now. You know, 34 races back into the renaissance of the CCS. And he has now secured 13 top 5 finishes in 34 races since its return after a 9-year hiatus. So that is pretty phenomenal. That is there from James. I was going to say that's nearly like one every 3 races or so that James is getting a top 5 finish there. 13 top 5 finishes, 34 races of the return of the Craftsman Cup Series. Anyway, he's 4th in the standings now, coming in at this one. Only 79 points off the leader, Wes McCall, who he will definitely see in action here. There's another driver that's also in the top 10 points and absolutely doing extremely well is Jack Mitchell. And out of the top 10, he has the second lowest average starting position. His average starting position at the moment is a 17.57, and the one that's lower than that is Jamie Smith, 16.21. All the other drivers are in the 20s of the drivers that are in the top 10 in the points. Here's Nick Gunther. Great outing last week at him at Indianapolis. Finished in the top 10. And also that moved up Nick 4 places as a result of that. Levi McIntyre struggling season so far then for the 88 team and the 38. Robert Yates had James Qualls as a championship contender last year. So far, both drivers of Voiles and Levi McIntyre hasn't unfortunately led up to the hype. But hopefully, Daniel had a good finish last week. He had a top 10 finish, and he moved up quite a few places in the points. Anyway, there is a look then at Jamie Smith. Jamie Smith has not fallen out of the top 10 in the points since the very first race. And he actually comes into this race now 10th in the standings, so he can't afford a DNF. Otherwise, he will fall outside the top 10 for the very first time this season. And like I says, we're coming into round 15 of the championship, so yeah, wants to keep that record alive here. Here's Seth Cole, who finished second a week ago at Indianapolis, and who was also the pole sitter when we raced here back at round 2. I'll look back on my sheet of papers here to see where Seth finished back in the second round of the championship. Seth finished in 9th place, he did. There's Brandon Tedesco. A couple of winners right there too. There's Nathan Hudson. And there was Wintergreen, followed behind by his teammate, Zachary Fitzwater. Wintergreen was very impressive at Indianapolis, and so too was Fitzwater before the engine conked out. Unfortunately, made him retire. And there is Danny Wells in the number 9. Winner at Atlanta. Here's Brandon Ross, trying to pass Joshua Collard on the inside, and further ahead of them is Alex Rowe and Ali Rain. Ali Rain also had another strong, was possibly going to have another strong finish, but like Fitzwater, the engine conked out on her, unfortunately. But who's these then side by side? We've got Sam Oskin and Matt McIntyre. Yeah, it was a very unknown mystery. And what's happened back here? Problem now, by the looks of it, for Alex Rowe. So let's see. Yeah, he's actually going on the grass here. You can see that we're live on the bottom there. Currently holds the I was going to say the 35th fastest time, as we're halfway through qualifying. Now, Alex Rowe, I believe, started on the outside pole for this Auto Club. Now, he's actually gone into the pit lane. We're going to check out on this, actually. Because he did drive onto the grass, which probably may suggest that he might have a problem with the car. Now, like I said, if the car disappears, he will start at the back of the grid. And he's gone. And there you go. Alex Rowe, who started on the front row, is going to be starting on the back row for tonight's race. It's tomorrow's night race. Anyway, Michael Norman, Sky Commons, who won at Auto Club here last time out. And Dylan Young, battling for position. Further ahead, you've got Trent Dunham, Jessica Shelton, and there is the 8 of Anthony McCrory, who has been given a free race probation after causing 2 accidents. One to spin Chris Summers around, then crashed him into the pit wall, who is actually who is racing. He was cleared to go, beat up, bruised ribs and all that, but yeah, he's all good to go. And it also caused the big one on the front stretch when he turned into Jamie Smith. Side by side now with Kyle Matthews. So Anthony's got to be on his best behaviour for the next 3 races. Charlie Buxton in the 89. Now is Liam Ervig, who is just outside the top 10. I believe he's second in the rookie standings and all, coming into this race. Now is Sanfa and RJ Bishop, third in the standings. RJ. And I just see Carson Gum just pulling into the pit lane. And there is Chris Summers actually helping his teammate who won Indianapolis last week. And there is Diego Ospina. And there is Christian Martin. He comes out on the track. And back out goes Alex Rowe. But it makes no odds though. No matter what time he does, he will start at the back of the grid. And there is Matt McLean. Oh, got a few more drivers there. Carson Green, Jesse Turner. Dylan Pulte, who's second in the points. Daniel Voiles in the middle. Colin Jones. And there, the 0 of the championship leader at the back of this pack. Oh, and now Christian Martin. Christian Martin is also on the grass here now. So it's now a problem occurred on the 12. We'll have a look at this now. Christian, who did actually start at the back of the grid at Minnesota because he was involved in an accident with Colin Jones and another driver, and I can't mind for the love what his name was. In comes Seth Cole. You can just see that green and white. But let's see if the 12 also disappears. Let's find out here. So then already drivers haven't occurred in some problems in qualifying, engine troubles, particularly for Alex Rowe. So now in goes Christian Martin. And no, he's only just putting some fresh tyres on, so he doesn't disappear. So he's okay at the moment. Cody Lammers battling with Austin LaPlante. And out goes, there's Carson Gum, who's actually having a bit of a revival in the standings. 22nd in the points now for Carson, with a couple of strong finishes. 3rd at Daytona, followed by a 6th in Indianapolis. And yeah, so he's actually moving up in the points now, as out goes Christian Martin. Anyway, we have got ourselves a minute and 10 seconds to go as we're just looking at Levi McIntyre, who's currently 16th fastest at the moment. I think more cars are just actually in the pit lane. Out goes Sanfa. We will have a look at some other drivers that went into the pit lane to see if their cars have disappeared, like Alex Rowe. And there is Alex Rowe, who's got into a draft now with Dylan Young and Michael Norman. Any other drivers there? Christian Martin back into the pits again. There's Seth Cole trying to catch up with these pack of drivers. Dylan Pulte then in to change some tyres on his car. We'll probably only get to do maybe 1 lap or so as Ali Rain comes out. I think we've basically we've covered all the drivers, I would think. Yeah, I think we have. I think we've covered all 42 of the drivers. Okay, so that's good. McLean passing Mitchell. Mitchell was on for a good finish the last time we were here before a late pit stop cost him any chance of a good finish. And the rookie has been actually quite a revelation in that 42 machine. I think it's been a tremendous job all round for Chip Ganassi, with RJ Bishop sitting third in the standings, Jack Mitchell also in the top 10, and Seth Cole also climbing his way up back into the points, or battling in for contention for the championship. I think he's 15th in the standings now, after finishing just narrowly missing out on a win a week ago, and a 7th place at Daytona. So Seth Cole comes into this with some a bit of confidence and all. We'll have a look then at RJ Bishop. He is sitting 39th place at the moment, so not good. And we have got down to about 27 seconds to go until the end of qualifying. And then I will have a look at a replay of any cars that have disappeared during the pit lane. I think all 42 cars that have actually done their lap times in, so I'm going to stop at exactly 10 seconds. And I will come back to you if any other cars have disappeared. Right, we are back again, and other than Alex Rowe, no one else's car had disappeared. So, yeah, unfortunately then for Alex Rowe, he is going to start dead last on the grid. But, I mean, look how wide this track is. Give it a couple of laps and it'll be up at the front. And also with the cars on using the restrictor plate engines for this, then it shouldn't be yet again a problem. You would consider this as a super speedway like it is in Talladega. So really, again, this could be a case of a no cause for concern if you're starting at the back of the grid here, because like I says, if he gets the car on the inside, 2 laps, he'll probably be in the top 10. So there you go. So then let's have a look then. Who is going to start on the pole for tomorrow's race at Auto Club under the lights? It will be Zachary Fitzwater, who will take pole position, just nearly going below the 39-second barrier, and he'll be alongside the defending champion Danny Wells. The points leader Wes McCall, he's only got himself an 8-point advantage now over Dylan Pulte, Danny Wells' teammate, but he's going to start third on the grid. Alongside him will be Colin Jones. Trent Dunham will start 5th alongside Dylan Pulte, who is 2nd in the standings. Wintergreen in 7th, Jessica Shelton in 8th, and Carson Green and Jamie Smith then completing the top 10. So that's 3 rookies in the top 10 in qualifying. Pretty good going now. Hendrick Motorsports on the 6th row, the winner of the Indianapolis race last week, and the pole sitter for the Indianapolis race. Noah Cars and Chris Somerset again. Chris battling with some bruised ribs as well. And next to him will be Anthony McCrory. Watch out for them too. Watch out for Anthony, because he is starting in 13th on the grid. And Daniel Voiles will start 14th. Another forward drive, or 2 more forwards on the 8th row of Ospina and McIntyre. Joshua Collard and Brandon Ross, that is row 9. And completing the top 20 is Sky Commons, like I said, the winner at Auto Club the last time we raced here. And Jesse Turner in the 10 car. Carl Matthews and James Qualls will make up row 11. Alex Rowe, you see him, he does have the 23rd fastest time, but we did see his car disappear, so therefore Alex will start at the back of the grid. So all these drivers that behind Alex will move up 1 spot. So Dylan Young and Brandon Tedesco, that will be row 12. Row 13 will be Matt McIntyre and Sama Oskin. And Ali Rain, she's going to start 27th, and she's going to be alongside Charlie Buxton. Next up then on row 15, if I can get this down, is Matt McLean and Seth Cole. Pole sitter last time here. He's going to be starting 30th for tomorrow's race. Charles Sanfer, car 32 in position 31. And next to Charles Sanfer will be Austin LaPlante in the 49 machine. Carson Gum will start on row 17 alongside Michael Norman. Nathan Hudson and Cody Lammers, that is row 18. Row 19 is Jack Mitchell and RJ Bishop, the 2 Chip Ganassi teammates. And then on row 20 will be Liam Ervig and Nick Gunther. And then on the final row, it'll be Christian Martin, who has encountered a problem all throughout the qualifying, like we did see with Carl Matthews at Hartlepool in the All-Star race, and Alex Rowe. So that is it. Congratulations then to Zachary Fitzwater. He will start on the pole, And like I says, Danny Wells will start with him on the front row of the grid. So that is the end of qualifying. Stay tuned for tomorrow for the race itself. Until then, see ya.